Many thanks for joining us for television news at this hour. I am Richard Alechenu Anyebe. The headlines. President Tinubu honors late Oba Adetona, credits 2023 presidential victory to the late monarch. Deputy Speaker Kalu says 87 priority constitutional amendment bills are undergoing review. Karo Police Division and Police Community Relations Committee seek stronger partnership to tackle security challenges. And in sports, Super Falcons of Nigeria set to face South Africa in WAFCON 2025 semi-finals. The news in detail. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has said that the blessings of the late Awujale and paramount ruler of Ijebuland, Oba Sikiru Adetona, were instrumental to his emergence as president in 2023. President Tinubu stated this when he joined family members and other dignitaries on the 8th day of fidel prayers for the late monarch. At the event, he referred to the late Awujale as a moral compass, emphasizing that his leadership significantly contributed to the socio-economic and political growth of Yoruba land and Nigeria as a whole. He remembered with nostalgia the roles played by the late monarch in the revalidation of the annulled June 12, 1993 presidential election won by the late business mogul Moshood Abiola. The president called on the sons and daughters of Ijebuland and the country as a whole to be more united and bounded in the spirit that the late Awujale of Ijebuland left behind. President Tinubu thanked the Ogun State Governor Dakpo Abiodun for caring for the late Awujale, whom he described as a father and leader of conscience, tradition, and great value. The Chairman, House of Representatives Committee on the Review of the Constitution, the Deputy Speaker, Mr. Benjamin Kalu, has disclosed that 87 prioritized constitutional amendment bills are currently being worked on in the ongoing review exercise. The Deputy Speaker made the disclosure at the Constitutional Review public hearing in Owerri, the center covering Imo and Abia states. He said the bills cut across critical national issues such as judicial independence, state policing, electoral reform, gender inclusivity, fiscal federalism, and local government autonomy. Mr. Benjamin Kalu also called on Nigerians to actively participate in the constitutional review process, demanding transparency and accountability from lawmakers and other public office holders. He emphasized that constitutional reform is a process and not an event, stressing that citizens' continued engagement is crucial for ensuring that reforms are implemented in letter and spirit. A statement by Chief Press Secretary to the Deputy Speaker, Mr. Levinus, said the public hearing taking place simultaneously across the southern region of the country is a part of ongoing efforts at reviewing and amending the 1999 Constitution, with stakeholders and citizens contributing their ideas and suggestions to shape the country's future. The statement added that the Deputy Speaker, upon arrival in Owerri, led a delegation of the members of the Constitutional Review Committee on a courtesy call on Imo State Governor Senator Hope Uzodimma, formally briefing him on their mission to Imo State. Stakeholders at the Southwest Zonal Center of the Constitutional Review Committee exercise have called for true federalism practice, state police, and devolution of power, amongst others, to sharpen Nigeria's democratic system. The stakeholders from Lagos, Ogun, and Oyo states and their governments spoke separately during the public hearing organized by the Southwest Zonal Center A in Lagos, acknowledging the challenges involved in the constitutional review process, urging the committee consider fairness and fact against sentiment. Lagos State Governor Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, represented by his deputy Obafemi Hamzat, emphasized the need for state policing to ameliorate insecurity faced in different parts of the country. This is as representative of the Southwest Conference of Nigerian Speakers, Mr. Oludaisi Olusegun Elemide, in supporting the demands, stressed that the role of traditional rulers should be captured in the constitution of the country. The Nigeria Labour Congress, on the other hand, demanded that it should remain in the executive exclusive list, while other groups in their request called for women inclusion, state creation, and local government autonomy, to mention but a few. Earlier, Chairman of the Southwest Zonal Center A of the Constitutional Review, Mr. Isiaka Ibrahim, assured of the committee's fairness and transparency in delivering its mandate. In a bid to discuss police performance and gather feedback, the Karo Police Division has held an interactive session with the Police Community Relations Committee (PCRC) and community members. The event, which was held at the Karo Divisional Police Station premises, marked a significant step towards fostering a better relationship between the police and the community. Here is the report.
Speaking during the session, the Divisional Police Officer DPO of Karo, CSP Langie Lakuru, emphasized the need for community partnership in tackling security challenges and also highlighted the challenges facing the police, including inadequate manpower and logistics.
Inadequate manpower to man strategic locations, even though this is a national challenge and therefore not peculiar to Karo Division alone. 2. Inadequate logistic mobility for effective policing of the wide area of jurisdiction. The division currently has only one functional patrol vehicle.
The PCRC chairman of Karo Division
committee serve and bridge the gap between the police and the community. What is the responsibility of the police? And what is the responsibility of the community to the police to be able to maintain that peace, protect life and property? We have a role to play. So all of us, two of us, the police and the community, must always be in action in order to sustain any peace anywhere. So the platform, the PCRC platform, is for the community individuals to be a member, to rub minds on the welfare of the police.
On his part, the Sakaru Karo and chairman Karo Traditional Council, Joseph Danfulani, expressed satisfaction with the DPO's efforts, scoring him high in terms of his relationship with the community and protecting the community.
I give him kudos of credit for that. The way he handles issues, I love it.
The forum demonstrated the importance of community policing, with the police and community working together to address security challenges, as well as highlights the DPO's commitment to transparency and accountability in his willingness to receive feedback from the community. Richard Alechenu Anyebe, Aso Television News.
The Nasarawa State University KEFI has become the host and anchor of potential robotics center for Afro-Asia Innovation Incubation Hub in Nigeria. Our correspondent, Topsy Gimba, has the details.
The President, Home Health Aid Training Institute, New York, United States of America, Ambassador Dr. Maria Santiago stated this, the courtesy visit initiated by the President and BBTF, Architect Dr. Robert Bob Achanya, between Nasarawa State University, KEFI, and the Home Health Aid Training Institute, HHAITI, New York, USA, in Abuja. In a groundbreaking ceremony, the initiator of the MOU, Architect Dr. Robert Bob Achanya, said the occasion marked a bold and transformative step towards reshaping Nigeria's health innovation, eldercare infrastructure technology, and industrial development strategy.
God willing, in the next couple of months, we'll be seeing some of the first fruits. We'll be putting all that together. And the Nigeria-Bangladesh Business and Technology Forum, Ajaokuta Chamber of Commerce, as well as the Ojone Foundation, are all behind doing all that is needful for us to have a wonderful hub in Nasarawa State University as approved.
On her part, the President, Home Health Aid Training Institute, New York, USA Ambassador Dr. Maria Santiago, said the initiative will transform Nigeria's health sector and by extension Africa.
Robotically, health-wise, and give strength to the community, letting them understand that we're not sleeping. We are for the community, we are for the lives of people, enhancing the lives, allowing seniors to understand that no senior will be left uncared for under our watch together.
Responding, the Vice Chancellor, Nasarawa State University KEFI, Professor Sa'adatu Liman, between the university and the Home Health Aid Training Institute would provide healthcare to Nigerians in both urban and rural settings. She said the choice of the Nasarawa State University KEFI is due to the fact that of its dynamic nature on research. She said the university will become a hub.
Come up with solutions to our problems in Nigeria and, extended societies and communities, not only in Nigeria, but in this case, we are going to start with our communities in Nigeria because definitely we need robots in the area of healthcare services, not only in our rural, urban areas, but back in the rural areas where some places where even you can see that the health experts do not have the ability to reach those places, we can have these robots reach those places and provide the necessary healthcare services that we are needing in those societies.
An erudite professor and a pro-chancellor, Luz Mundi University, Umuahia, Abia State, Gabriel Okenwa, shed more light into the program.
What did they come up with to support in ensuring that things are done better? Because when things are done better, it is for the common good of all. To that effect, it is something that is worthwhile. It is something that must be encouraged.
A great step in transforming the health sector in Nigeria by the time the implementation starts. Topsy Gimba, ASO Television News.
The chairman of Abuja Municipal Area Council, Mr. Christopher Zakame Kalangu, has expressed outrage over the demolition of Kasana 2 community by a developer identified as Oceanic Properties and Equilibrium Concept. Kalangu made this known while addressing journalists and community members after inspecting the damages. A statement issued by the chairman, Senior Special Assistant on Media and Public Affairs, Mr. Kingsley Madaki, said the chairman appealed to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the FCT Minister, Barrister Ezin Woyesan Wike, for intervention in addressing the situation. Kalangu has also been urged to provide immediate resettlement for the affected community members who are currently homeless. The developer's action has been described as unjust and inhumane, with Kalangu stating that the community will not take it laying down. He emphasized that the community members are Nigerians and deserve to be treated with dignity and respect. The chairman noted that the developer's action is creating insecurity and displacement of people. Kalangu pointed out that there are measures and policies in place for compensating affected communities, but the developer chose to disregard these. He expressed disappointment that the developer demolished the houses without notice or compensation, leaving the residents without shelter. The community members have been left traumatized and without access to their homes and belongings. The youth secretary of Kazana community, Diko Jazhi, described the demolition as brutal and unwarranted, saying that the community was not given any notice or opportunity to respond. The affected community members are now calling on the authorities to provide alternatives and compensation for their losses. Kalangu has promised to take the matter to court and seek justice for the community. The situation highlights the need for greater protection and support for vulnerable communities in the face of urban development and gentrification. An aggrieved Abuja Municipal Area Council APC chairmanship primary aspirant, Mr. Al-Hassan Haske, is seeking justice and fairness in the entire process that produced the incumbent chairman, Christopher Zakame Kalangu, as the APC flag bearer for the FCT Area Council's election in 2026. Mr. Haske made this known during a news briefing in Abuja.
Mr. Al-Hassan Haske said he has sued the party, APC, for the fake declaration of Christopher Kalangu as winner of the primaries. He said, as a law-abiding citizen, he had decided to sue the perpetrators with their wrongdoing.
Tinubu, come on, and we will not allow anything that will jeopardize our 2027 general election. We are working toward that right from now. We cannot start our 2027 journey in 2027. We have to pave the way right from now to that time. We have to look at our mistakes, put them in order before the 2027 general election. We will not accept it where if you are a government official, you will always be backing your brother or your tribe. As we have had now, somebody that is from the high official was sending his brother to come into APC to be a deputy to the incumbent. It will not be possible. We won't accept it. The APC belongs to all of us. The APC is our party. Our people need to see someone that they know. They have spent years with him in the party. They have spent years working for the party. Not just somebody that will just come overnight and take over everything. No, that will not be.
Mr. Al-Hassan Haske said he is representing the voiceless in the area council and Abuja at large, adding that the Gbagis have had enough in representation and should allow other ethnic groups to take their fair share in the power sharing.
We were able to give a Hausa, an Igbo, Ijo, Igala, Ibra. That means you are inviting these people to carry them along in the secondary election. We are tired of this plan against our president. Yes, by the time you are going to have a selfish interest and centered every appointment and political aspiration to one tribe, that will not be a reason where our party will win our 2027 general election. When you are able to give to other tribes and you can consider what was given to you is enough for you, and you give another slot to others, that means you are inviting them in the secondary election to tell his brothers, yes, this party accommodates all, so that we can have the votes of all.
The aspirant disclosed that he was prepared for a revolution to effect changes in the system if things continue to remain the same. Topsy Gimba, ASO Television News.
You are watching ASO Television News. Don't forget that you can watch us live on DSTV channel 392, StarTimes TV 127, and on Free TV channel 507. On the UHF band, we are also on channel 38. Now, still to come. Super Falcons of Nigeria set to face South Africa in WAFCON 2024 semi-finals. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
We were warned about this marriage. Because we did not listen, the young maiden is dead.
Nana, come here. Hi. Why do you speak so freely with a stranger from Ajan?
We were just talking about offering Ojigijag a seat on the council.
The gods be praised. He has 2 wives. So why are you making it look like it is a big deal?
Glad to have you back. Now, the 5-man disciplinary committee constituted by the Social Democratic Party SDP National Working Committee, headed by a retired Air Vice Marshal AVM Sadiq Abubakar Lima, to investigate the suspended chairman of the party, Alhaji Shehu Musa Gaban, on the alleged misappropriation of the party's funds, has submitted its report. Topsy Gimba tells us more.
The chairman of the committee, AVM Sadiq Abubakar Lima, said, in line with the tax and terms of reference, the committee commenced sitting on Saturday, 5th July 2025. The retired Air Vice Marshal officer told the members of the NWC of the party that external auditors were invited in the interest of natural justice and fair hearing. He revealed that the only suspended national auditor that honored the invitation amongst the 3 allegedly accused persons.
The alleged accused party members and all members of the National Working Committee to appear to give date at given dates and times to make statements about their levels of involvement or otherwise. All members of the committee, personal staff of the suspended national chairman, contractors, and the external auditor were invited in the interest of natural justice and fair hearing. It is noteworthy that it is the only suspended national auditor that honored the invitation amongst the 3 allegedly accused persons. While among the National Committee members, only the National Organizing Secretary vehemently refused to honor the committee's invitation. It is safe to state that the committee obtained sufficient evidence from the statements of all those that appeared before it.
AVM Sadiq Abubakar Liman said that in spite of some of them refused to honor the committee's invitation, he went ahead to suggest far-reaching decisions to reposition the party.
Let's read the report and find out the findings and the recommendations therein. We are going to make it public as soon as we are able to go through it. I want to assure you that just though we kept to time and also the committee members kept to time, we are more anxious than you, the president, to make it public, because we know the importance of this kind of exercise, not only to the SDP, not only to our democracy, but to the entire Nigerian nation, because of what we have. Our major issues are corruption, and this misgiving. So I want to assure you that as soon as possible, we will get the report available.
With the report of the investigation submitted, party supporters are waiting to see the next action to be taken by the NWC. Topsy Gimba, ASO Television News.
The Nigerian Safety Investigation Bureau, NSIB, has reaffirmed its commitment to boosting safety across Nigeria's air, rail, maritime and land transport sectors. Under its expanded mandate from the NSIB Act 2022, the Bureau is finalizing new regulatory frameworks for investigating maritime and all rail accidents, aligning with the global best practices such as the IMO Code and the ICAO Annex 13. These regulations aim to prevent accidents by learning from them and are tailored to Nigeria's unique transport landscape. NSIB Director General Captain Alex Bade Jr. emphasized that safety recommendations must be treated as calls to action, urging agencies like NIMASA, NIWA, NRC, and others to build capacity to implement these recommendations effectively. The Bureau stressed that safety lessons should not remain within sectors but drive a unified national transport safety culture. As Nigeria's infrastructure grows, the NSIB pledges to serve not only as an accident investigator but as a catalyst for a safer transport future. A total of 1.818 trillion naira has been disbursed by the Federation Accounts Allocation Committee (FAC) to the three tiers of government in June 2025 as monthly revenue allocation. The statement signed by the Director of Press and Public Relations, Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, Mr. Mokwa Bawa, showed that the revenue was shared at the July 2025 FAC meeting held in Abuja. The statement indicates that the total distributable revenue comprised distributable statutory revenue of 1.018 trillion, distributable value-added tax fees revenue of 631.5 billion naira, electronic money transfer levy revenue of 29 billion naira, exchange difference revenue of 38.8 billion naira, and 100 billion naira augmentation from non-mineral revenue. The communique issued at the end of the meeting stated that from the total percent distributable revenue, the federal government received 645 billion naira, the state government received 607 billion naira, the local government councils received 444 billion naira, while the sum of 20.7 billion naira was shared to the benefiting states as 13% derivation revenue of mineral revenue. The report disclosed that in June 2025, companies' income tax, petroleum profits tax, electronic money transfer levy increased significantly, while oil and gas royalty, value-added tax, import duty, excise duty, and levies decreased considerably. And in stocks, equity sector of the Nigerian Stock Exchange opened 4 trading days last week as the federal government declared Tuesday as public holiday in honor of late former President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari. In the course of trading, the sector maintained a positive trend due to investors' interest for profit-taking in some medium and largely capitalized stocks, closing the week in the green trajectory. As a result, market breadth finished positive with 59 gainers to 54 losers, while 44 stocks were indifferent. Our business correspondent, Ile Emeje, is standing by with the details.
Investors on the Nigerian capital market transacted in a turnover of 17.496 billion stocks last week, valued at 500.762 billion naira across 142,082 deals. On the advancers, Bua Cement PLC, Associated Bus Company, and Industrial and Medical Gases topped the list with a price appreciation of 123%, 28.4%, and 24.85%. On the other hand, Academy Press PLC led the laggards, depreciating with 25%, followed by RT Briscoe PLC and Qtix PLC, declining with 22% and 19%. In volume terms, the financial services industry dominates the general activity level with 15.7 billion stocks, while the information and communications technology (ICT) and the consumer goods index traded in 325 million stocks and 313 million stocks. During the week, all index and market capitalization of listed equities improved by 4.31% to close at 131,584 units and 83.241 trillion naira. Meanwhile, the naira sells on the I&E window for 1,656 naira to the dollar, 2,050 naira to the pound sterling, and 1,530 naira to the euro. Ile Emeje, ASO Television News.
The Etsu Kwali, Mr. Luka Ayedo Nisesan, has emphasized the importance of sports in resolving conflicts, used youth restiveness and crime. He made the statement while kicking off the finals of the first edition of the Amijap Football Championship Cup 2025 in Kwali Area Council of the FCT. Our correspondent, Abdullahi Mukhtar, completes the story.
The competition, which featured 11 teams from across the 10 wards of Kwali Area Council, was sponsored by Engineer Fayez Aminu, Managing Director and Chief Executive of Amijaf Nigeria Limited. The traditional monarch noted that such competitions serve as community stabilizers and help in resolving conflicts, youth restiveness and crime.
I have to identify with the demography. I'm also a youth like them, and I have come to give them hope and to tell them that I'm part of them and that what they are doing is not a wasteful venture and that we support them. I've come to throw support because of its essence in our community.
Engineer Faiz Aminu echoed similar sentiments, describing football as a unifying factor that engages youths and has become a multi-billion-dollar business. He encouraged people to invest in football, highlighting its potential for growth and development.
We have to use football to encourage our youths to remove their minds from crime, to concentrate. It's a career as far as I'm concerned. Football is a career, very fulfilling, benefiting career that we should encourage our youths to engage themselves in.
Mr. Nuhu Daniel Kwali, the incumbent Speaker of Kwali Legislative Arm and APC standard bearer for the 2026 chairmanship election, expressed his belief that sports helps keep youth away from crime. Mr. Atero Stephen, captain of Academy Staff Football Club, couldn't contain his excitement after winning the competition.
I feel that even in 2026, by the time the youth are able to put me into the office and I succeed as elected the chairman of Kwali Council, we will continue to give a priority to sports activities, not only football.
Football now is not a business game. There are many people, life, family, many generation life changed in this game. So he started it. I pray the next people that will come will follow the footsteps and do same.
The competition saw Academy Stars Football Club emerge as winners, defeating Ortega Academy Football Club 1-0. Kolo Football Club took third place after defeating Bigi Football Club. The event concluded with the presentation of trophies and medals to winners, runners-up, and third-place finishers, as well as consolation prizes for all participating teams and officials. Abdullahi Mukhtar, ASO Television News.
South Africa are into the semi-final of the 2024 Women's World Africa Cup of Nations. Their reward is a date with rivals Nigeria at the Stade Labi Saouli, Casablanca, Morocco. The Bayana fought hard to beat Senegal 4-1 on penalties after Noble and extra time ended, barring in Saturday's quarter-final match-up. Nigeria had a day earlier crushed Zambia's Copper Queens 5-0, extending their unbeaten record in the tournament. With the last 8 games done, attention now shifts to the semi-final, and Nigeria and South Africa headline the fixtures for the semi-final. The last time both sides met was at the 2022 edition, also in Morocco. Then, the South Africans got the better of the 2018 championship, courtesy of a 2-1-2 win. That victory came 3 years after the Bayana's heartbreaking loss to Nigeria in the WAFCON final. The Super Falcons go into Tuesday's game riding on the heels of an impressive outing in Morocco. They have scored 8 goals and are yet to concede in 4 matches so far, a testament to their impregnable defensive work. The other semi-final game at the WAFCON will see Ghana's Black Queens take on host Morocco. That match will be on the same day that Nigeria will play South Africa. And with that, we've come to the end of the bulletin. Many thanks for watching. I am Richard Alechenu Anyebe. Good afternoon.